he got into a quarrel with that wild Wainwright boy. They shot it out on the floor of the Moonlight Casino. Bates was shot through the stomach, died in the ambulance on the way to Memphis. His widow was also well provided for, came to 10,000 acres, that's all. She married him on the rebound. He never loved her. Had my picture on the night he died.
I'm Eamon Flack. I'm the director of the Glass Menagerie at Belvoir.
Luke Mullins, and I play Tom Wingfield in the Glass Menagerie at Belvoir.
I guess to start with, is this the first time either of you have been involved in a production of this classic play, or have you dabbled in it before?
No, I've never done this play before. I don't think I've ever done Tennessee Williams before.
Oh, really? No, neither have I. I think I learnt the monologue for my drama school audition, though. Yeah, I've never seen it before.
It's not, obviously you've got Streetcar Named Desire, you've got an incredible list of Tennessee Williams plays. He loves the balconies. If there's becoming acquainted with it, for both of you, what did you discover about the play and that perhaps surprised you, or compared to some of his other works?
I think the thing that the thing that surprised me most was how much goddamn subtext there is in it, actually. Just, it seems like on the surface the play seems to be so kind of plain and obvious, and there's such a sort of, like, it's full of such well-known tropes and images or something. Like, it invented so many images. But the more that, like, even in week 4 or 5, I was kind of going, oh God, there's more and more dimensions to the play. And I think that was a real pleasure, because I suspect that a lot of the time it's probably, it gets left on its verbal surface and its visual surface quite a lot.
And what about you, Luke?
What was the question again?
What you discovered about the play that perhaps was surprising in your interactions with it?
How intricate and how difficult it is. Like that because of the number of layers that exist in the play, and that we are our particular interests in investigating those layers. That there's so much going on that it can one slight change sort of changes the equilibrium of the whole thing, and it's really, that's the challenge, I think, for us going into performance, is to kind of keep all those strings of the web there, so that the whole intricate pattern can be seen, and we don't lose any of those strings.
And we're sitting here on the set, and what do you feel you've brought to this production that makes it a Belvoir unique experience for perhaps those who have seen the production before? I don't imagine it's something that's done regularly in Australia, though.
Oh, it's had quite a few productions in the last couple of years, weirdly enough. Like, it's had heaps of productions in the last 4 or 5 years, and including in Sydney. Like, I don't know what is distinctive about this. It was really difficult to work out how to design this play on a 3-sided stage, because it's basically a downstage and an upstage, the way he writes it, and it was really difficult to work out how to make it work on these 3 sides, which is why we've ended up putting most of an entire apartment on stage, and it's also why it's not why there's cameras, but I guess when he first wrote the play, he had this interest in trying to frame narratively and authorially particular moments within the play, and he used what was then newfangled theatre technology of his time, and I think that we've probably just picked up on that in a way that I don't think normally gets picked up on, maybe. But then I think Luke's probably also got a good answer to that question.
Yeah, first of all, I think what's distinctive about this is one of the clear things that we set out to grapple with, and Eamon, in terms of the directorial take on it, I guess, if you want to call it that, is to grapple with what Tennessee Williams puts in the script about this, it being non-naturalistic. He talked about expressionism, which isn't quite the right word for what he was indicating, but a lot of productions don't grapple with that, and I think what we've attempted to do is to find a contemporary theatre-making language that actually investigates more fully the ideas he had about the form of the piece. And also a particular point of interest for us has been the fact that it is a queer text, and Tennessee Williams is one of the great queer writers as well of all time, and that's been a particular thing that we wanted to ensure was not deniable when it came to the performance of the production for an audience.
And working together again, what's the experience been like compared to Angels in America?
Quicker.
Less time.
It is only the second time we've worked together.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, we've known each other for such a long time, though. I don't know, it sort of feels pretty familiar, actually. But it sort of did weirdly on Angels in a funny way, too, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think, it does feel very familiar.
Yeah.
And
I think we squabble quite easily. Like, in a good way. I mean, easily as in, like, it's, like, okay to. Yeah.
Yeah. I think both of us have a very rigorous approach to what we're doing. So that stuff is investigated fully when we're working on it.
Yes.
And the demand to be specific about what we're doing and why is important.
Yes, and kind of getting ourselves into difficulty and being okay with sort of sitting inside it can be, difficult, but seeking that stuff out and not letting it pass easily or something, not kind of like being, not taking the easy way out.
And working with the rest of the ensemble?
Excellent.
Yeah, lovely, easy. Only 4 actors, it's really nice. Yep.
It's a quartet of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the future of this production, is it just going to stick at Belvoir, or do you hope to take it elsewhere one day?
It's not really up to us whether or not it goes anywhere else, but who knows? Someone might come along and see it and say they'd like to bring it to their theatre. Yeah. It was made for here, though. It was very much made for here.
I imagine with every time you work on a play here, that's pretty indicative of the space.
Yeah, very much so. Yep.
Well, look forward to getting to see the play, and you open tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Have the previews have all gone pretty smoothly?
Yeah, we've made a lot of adjustments through previews, which has been great. A lot of work has happened over those days. So we found out a lot of information about the piece and how it works from being in front of an audience, which is very useful.
More to come too.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.